Hello and welcome to S&C Critical Insights. Today we will discuss our thoughts on the future of European M&A activity in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. I am Olivier de Vilmorin, head of the firm's European M&A practice. Joining us today are Gauthier Blanluet from our Paris office and Carsten Berrar from our Frankfurt office.
Carsten, we know that the lifting of the lockdown does not necessarily mean the end of the crisis, and the M&A activity is being significantly impacted by this crisis. Do you think that there will be a quick rebound of the M&A activity before the summer, or do you think that issuers and corporates will wait and see whether there will be a new pandemic and if the volatility is less important towards the end of the year?
Hello, Olivier. This is very difficult to say. It would be great if I knew the answer to the question, but the timing will generally, of course, depend on when businesses can be reopened and when our economies in the different countries get back to at least what will probably be a new normal. Stating the obvious, the longer the shutdown will take, the more difficult it will be to see a quick rebound also in M&A activity. But let me add a few further, more specific thoughts on your question. First, some rescued distressed M&A activity may be visible quickly. That is something that we already see now. Secondly, my assumption is that the strategic reassessment of other corporates, which may lead to divestitures or acquisitions, may take a little longer. We see a lot of discussions at the moment here. So corporates are not only discussing the defense case, how to best manage the crisis, but also the future case, including strategic reassessments and potential acquisitions. However, it may take longer. Thirdly, and again, not surprisingly, PE may be back quickly as soon as financing is available to make use of opportunities, including P2P. The fundamental situation that PE is sitting on a lot of money to invest has not changed. Finally, and that is inherently uncertain and hopefully not true, acquisitions by US companies into Europe may perhaps be more selective, both because of other opportunities within the US and a temporary refocus on national markets. But this may, of course, vary from industry to industry. And if they see opportunities in Europe, I'm hopeful that also US companies will make use of these opportunities. Gauthier, what are your thoughts on this topic?
Well, thank you, Carsten. Now, it's quite clear that this crisis is going to have a lasting impact on the economy. And the problem is that, as you just said, it's quite difficult to figure out what's going to happen and when. Nobody really knows how and when the economy is going to recover. And this is going to affect the M&A activity for quite a while. Now, this being said, it seems to me that the interesting question is more whether this unstable environment is going to have a negative or positive impact on the M&A activity. May well be that businesses affected by the crisis will focus on their recovery plan rather than looking around for potential targets, or they will just become risk adverse as long as the future remains uncertain. But others will, of course, want, as you said, to seize opportunities, in particular with respect to business which could have a strong recovery potential. And more importantly, and as it has always been the case, M&A is going to play an important role in the reshaping of the economy. So what I think is that as long as liquidity remains available, as long as the equity markets remain open, M&A should still, be a big driver for growth, in particular in a low growth environment.